Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another stupendous episode of Anime on the Clock. Akira is still recovering from his colonoscopy and will return next week. So I'm joined by my good friend and co-writer from Desu Ex Machina.
Hi everyone, I'm Usny, the second heaviest tank in history.
And I'm Kivo, and we are on the clock. And this week, let's clock in with 5 good minutes on a discussion on what your favorite Ghibli film is. Now, this is a discussion that everyone has with their grandparents, and everybody. I don't think, there has ever been an anime fan that doesn't have a favorite Ghibli film. And everyone else is wrong, okay? And that's basically how it goes. So I've seen most of them. I'd say I'm relatively well-versed in Ghibli. I mean, everyone watches, Miyazaki's films. I'm not, his biggest fan, but I do like some of his works. Probably because, it's not moe enough, right? But my favorite Miyazaki movie is far and away, well, it's not that far and away, but it's Kiki's Delivery Service. Because I like it because it was kind of subdued. It's not, extremely high fantasy, but it kind of has, almost the, slice of life-ish kind of element to it. It's very simple, but it's still really, really fresh. What about you, Usny?
I am about to be exposed as the terrible weeb that I am, and say that I've only seen 3 of Miyazaki's movies.
This conversation's
but of them,
over.
Damn it. But of them, I would have to say that my favorite is still Spirited Away. And I know that's a very generic answer, but the movie itself has this fantastic and surreal quality about it that I just find amazing and just fascinating, and it just makes me feel warm on the inside.
Now, to your credit, Houston, the Spirited Away is the one that everyone just watches. Did you at least watch it in Japanese?
I've watched it a few times. I don't remember if I've actually watched the Japanese version.
Yeah.
I know I watched the dub first.
Yeah, the adaptation quality of Miyazaki films are so high anyways that it really doesn't matter. But but basically what this all derives from is that Shunkan News, which is a Japanese research polling website thing, had Japanese fans list their favorite Studio Ghibli flicks, and it's interesting to see My Neighbor Totoro being kind of at the top spot. It's kind of, I've always found it amusing, the pecking order of Miyazaki's films, just because all of them are classics. It's which one do you go for? Is there a bad Miyazaki film?
I don't know. I think each of them has has something to them that makes them each unique, and each has their own merit, obviously, otherwise they wouldn't be so critically acclaimed.
Right.
But I mean, at the same time, it after a while I get kind of sick of Miyazaki's movies and I have to go.
There is one Miyazaki film that I watched and I was just like, bleh, and that was Howl's Moving Castle.
Really?
Yeah, I did not like Howl's Moving Castle. I just didn't find it. It felt almost like too much was going on. It seemed a little goofy. Also, wasn't that into Ponyo. I felt that it looked pretty, but it was lacking a spark of something. And I've seen Ponyo. I've seen Ponyo in both languages, and even Tina Fey voicing the mother. It was like, this is missing something.
Yeah, that's true. And also, you're saying the name of the movie wrong. It's actually pronounced Ponyo.
God.
But
and those who are curious, the movie that actually did get the #1 spot in the poll was My Neighbor Totoro, followed by Castle in the Sky, Nausicaa: The Valley of the Wind, Spirited Away, and Kiki's Delivery Service. So in a rare occurrence of Japanese people actually having taste, that's what it is for you. I'm actually surprised that Princess Mononoke wasn't right up there in the top 3. Have you seen it?
Yeah. I have. Princess Mononoke is one of the 3. I like Princess Mononoke a lot, more than Ponyo, obviously.
Sure.
Ponyo. All I think Ponyo really had going for it was Liam Neeson. But with Princess Mononoke, it's really gorgeous, and a lot of the animation is so cool and so awesome. And it was really fun to watch, but at the same time, that whole moral of man versus nature and stuff. While I get it, while it's important, Spirited Away is still more interesting to me personally.
Here's the thing, Miyazaki kinda bashes that entire theme into the ground. You know what I mean? Every single one of his movies, one of the motifs is that the relationship between man and nature. It's Yeah, so I kind of understand if it feels like that was a little bit too much in your face, but
Mm.
but actually meanwhile, now that we're talking about Miyazaki, though, I do have one that I'm actually glad it was number 7 on the list, and I'm glad that people still remember it, for what it is, because it's not one of his better well-known flicks. It's Porco Rosso. I really liked Porco Rosso a lot. I thought it's by far his most underrated film. It's one of his earliest. It's about like a World War I aviator that flies a biplane, and it's baller. Like
So it's about the Red Baron.
the red pig is Porco Rosso. But but yeah, if anyone needs like a good Friday night movie and wants to watch a Miyazaki film that few actually have seen, it's one of his least watched films. Definitely recommend Porco Rosso for you.
Hmm.
All right, well let's move on to our first news item. Usny, do you wanna introduce this?
Yes. So it's been announced that there's a Steins Gate spin-off visual novel game that's going to be released that takes place from the view of Makise Karisa's perspective. I'm really excited for this because Christina is pretty much my favorite character in Steins Gate, as much as I love Ocarine. But I don't know, it should be really cool to see it from the point of view of someone who isn't just keeping track, doesn't have all the memories of jumping world lines and stuff like that, and just seeing how weird Ocarine becomes as he keeps jumping.
Well, yeah, definitely. It's good to see 5PB really cashing in on Steins Gate, and just the convoluted nature of the story makes it perfect for this kind of storytelling. The other character point of view kind of thing going on. So besides like Christina and all those person, whose point of view are you looking forward to the most?
Oh boy, I don't know if it involves. Okay, so the original Steins Gate had a lot of Ocarine's inner thoughts and him thinking about things, and that as given that he acts with the people around him in certain ways, you get to see the internal workings of his mind and that he's not just crazy. I would want to see what's inside Mayushi's head.
Okay. Okay.
Because she's innocent and whatnot on the outside, but you can really tell that she cares a lot for
Right.
everyone in the lab, and it would just be really cool to see just what's in that head, what's behind that happy mask of hers that she wears.
So is doo gonna be a root option in like every single event?
I will pick it every single time.
Nothing gets done. Personally, I'd like to see Moeka's point of view, just because she was like kind of the crazy, scary, twisted one. And also the spoilers. The thing with her kind of story in the anime was the part of the show that really, really got to me.
Mhm.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, let's move on. One more. So My Little Pony will be airing. The Japanese dub will be airing next season. What would it take you, Houston, to watch My Little Pony, the anime?
I've already surrendered myself to the fact that I'm going to check this out just because Miyuki Sawashiro is voicing Twilight Sparkle.
You're a huge factor, you know that, right?
pretty much.
No, I come from Voice Actor Factory. We call it 1.5D. Like I used to be huge into Seiyu and everything, and I would watch anime just for Seiyu, and those 3 seasons were terrible. Like that's how I like watched some of the crappiest shows I've ever picked up. So I just felt that I just wasn't having a very good time. And to answer this question myself, what would it take for me to watch My Little Pony? Nothing, because you guys are huge faggots. Okay, like. Okay, actually, no. The real answer is I've seen it already. But, but no, like, I'm not really interested in rewatching it. I mean, voice actors are voice actors. I can find them in other shows. I know my Miyuki Sawashiro from my Fukahari Kaori, but, like, this is so goofy. Like, who the fuck would want to watch this?
I get where you're coming from, because I have a number of friends who absolutely love My Little Pony and they're the scum of the earth. But at the same time, I'm fascinated because it's like I want to see
how are they going to dub the
works.
songs? Because they're like insert songs in My Little Pony.
I don't know. They dubbed the songs in fucking Rosario and Vampire, so we'll see.
Oh well, I see that the show is already aiming high, right?
Right? Yeah. No, my standards are already set at Yeah.
And I wonder how the if the brony phenomenon will like merge with the Woltas. And oh my god, I don't even want to think about this.
Yeah, no, this is gonna be a mess.
Let's move on. So our next segment is win, pass, fail. We've all been here before. We give each other a topic and we grade it: a win, a pass, or a fail.
All right. Well, first up in news, it turns out 1 million people tuned into Toonami to watch the first ever remake movie. What do you think about this, Kibo?
Well, I would definitely give this one a win. It's good to see Toonami really coming back and really coming in full swing, and B, people actually having good taste in watching the Evangelion movies. I know Evangelion is not moe little girl shows that I usually watch, but I actually do like the movies a lot. They're full of action. They solve 99% of the problems I have with the series. So yeah, good for that. And also 1 million might not seem a lot, but keep in mind this is cable and this is 1 in the morning. So if you get 1 million people at 1 in the morning to do anything, watching anime, that's pretty high up. Did you tune in for the Eva movie? Or was it past your bedtime, Usny?
I did not. It was totally past my bedtime. I was probably just playing Mahjong. So that's that. I can't really speak to that.
Nice. Yeah, but overall,
People are watching the movies because I know the series itself has alienated a lot of people, and I absolutely love what the remake is doing.
Yeah, the remake is so much
because
better.
it fixes a lot of the pacing problems, a lot of the characterization problems.
A lot of the characterization, yeah. Like seriously, I can't get into the series that much, but the movies are just a load of fun. All right, Houston. So it turns out that some Japanese schools are rethinking schoolgirl uniform designs. What do you think about this? And explain this to us.
Okay, so basically, in order to protect their schoolgirls, because there's a lot of exploitation of the uniforms, because most of Japan is perverts and pedophiles. What they're doing is they're changing up the uniforms, and they're using shorts that look like pleated skirts instead of straight up skirts. And so this should lessen the exploitation and the upskirts and the overall fetishization.
Why would you want that?
Because I understand. I mean, like, if you're a parent or if you're an adult that actually cares about children and don't just want to bang them, then you want to protect these people from the terribleness that is the world outside. The issue with this is that these skirts that are also skirts for lack of a better term.
That's the worst thing I've ever heard. I'm just gonna give that a fail for you right now. But keep going.
That's what I was getting at.
Finish your thought. Yeah.
Because skirts and shorts together, it's a pretty cool idea. I mean, Misaka does it in Railgun, but the way they look actually is pretty much a crime against humanity. So that's why I'm giving this a fail. I appreciate the effort, guys. I'm glad that you're caring for your daughters.
The tartan skirt is like, that looks nice, but when you turn it into shorts, you look like a golfer, like, wearing tartan skirts. It is absolutely atrocious. Also, your internet is made out of paper planes. Fuck.
I know.
Okay. Anyways. Okay, we're gonna move on now?
Hmm?
Alright. So,
okay.
At the 12th annual Tokyo Anime Awards, Sword Art Online won out for the best TV anime of the year. This gets a win from me because it's the most hilarious April Fool's joke I've ever heard. Even though it's a week early. Well, I understand they just want to be they want to think ahead and get things like get things set up before everything starts, because there's no way that you can look at Sword Art Online and be like, this is a great anime that's never been done before, right?
Yeah, no, that's pretty much just the worst thing I've ever heard in my life. This is the same organization that voted Madoka, and like Yuri I can definitely understand, because Yuri is straight genius, but where is this coming from? I don't understand.
Kuroko no Basket was the co-winner, which is fine. I'm sure, whatever. Get your basketball on. But yeah, like no, like I don't get it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Sword Art Online is mad popular, but when you look at it academically, which is what which is what we're looking for when you have an awards show, right? Transformers 3 did fine at the box office, but it's not gonna like win Best Picture at the Oscars. You know what I mean? So it's like,
Yeah, probably not.
right. So, anyways, moving on. Can you explain what I'm looking at here?
All
Usny?
right, so this is the new Ita suit fad in Japan. And so there's in Japan there's been the Ita car and Ita bike phenomenon where you have your car and your bike that have your favorite anime characters painted on it so everyone can see just how high your power level is, you glorious bastard. Um, this is rather interesting because this is in a way a much more downplayed and not so much in your face way to display your anime fandom, which I can respect. I mean, it's classy, it's legit, and you can go to work in it. And then when you're on break or when you need, a bit of to be uplifted a bit, you can just look and your waifu's right there inside your jacket, and you can just see her as she's like laying down and half naked.
So the price of this, it goes pretty high. It's around $1,000 American. So I hope that this is like actually a nice wool blend. Like am I getting like my money's worth if I have already ordered this?
See, I can understand your why you'd be worried about that. But at the same time, Kivo, you have to remember that you absolutely cannot put a price on love.
Business casual, no, but both business professional and power level professional.
Exactly.
All right, moving on. Today, our theme of our show is going to be shows that seem to have been in development forever. So recently, in the last few weeks, Fate's KALEID liner, which I swear was announced like in the Stone Age, finally is slated to go in the summer. Usny, how do you feel, and are you excited about this show?
I have been hyped for this show for God knows how long because Ilya is my second favorite character from the entire Fate franchise, and I love what this could do. I haven't looked into the manga. I know it's based on the manga, and I'm a terrible Type Moon fan because I haven't read it yet. But I mean, Carnival Phantasm proved that the Fate characters are glorious in a comedy setting, and so this is pretty much built. This pretty much is founded on the fact that you have all these great characters that Nasu made up doing crazy shit. Some of it, a lot of it being awesome. And then Ilya finally gets her out, being a magical girl. I mean, that's the best possible outcome, right?
Right. Of course. Of course.
Yeah.
Silver Link is going to do the project, and if you had me pick a single studio, I could not have picked a better one. Because Silver Link, is well known for writing just the goofiest, campiest stories and having the most colorful animation and production quality ever. C3, Baka Test, for some examples, Baka Test was so damn goofy and cheesy, but the action scenes looked nice and the production quality was through the roof. I'm talking about Silver Link might have the best production quality in anime. Yeah, looking at you, Kyoto Animation. They are they are good with their colors. So, it doesn't need to be intelligent, it just needs to be funny. Now, granted, Silverlink has yet to put out a show I would actually look you in the eye and be like, this is a great show. So hopefully this will be their coming out party.
See, okay, I get where you're coming from because the last show I watched by Silverlink was Onii, and that was a travesty, but hilarious.
Just be better than Onii.
But hilarious and beautiful. That's the thing, though, because I have trust in the Type Moon people that Fate KALEID liner is better written than Onii, and so I feel like Silverlink can do a lot more with Fate KALEID liner than they could with Onii, than Maka Test or anything. Just because how can you not do amazing things with Ilya? She's so good. She's so good.
I also love just the obvious card captors knockoff with this.
Yeah, of course.
I'm looking for something real good. This better be mad campy. I'm so excited. Also, Ilya's mad moe.
Yeah, she is. Oh my god. But I mean, Carnival Phantasm and especially in Fate Hollow Ataraxia, there's so much good that the characters can do when they're not forced to be dark and depressing and written by Nasu. But
Yeah, I've always felt that there's this weird dichotomy because like Sakura is beautiful, Ilia is cute, Reina is cute. Like, why are we putting everyone through this like terrible melodramatic stuff? Like there's that obviously that element for fun. That's why we have Carnival Phantasm, first of all.
especially, yeah, exactly, and that's why we have this. Oh my god, I can't wait for the Fate Hollow Ataraxia translation to be finished, or if for me to become fluent in Japanese, because I'm gonna be all over that again.
I'll give you a napkin so you can wipe the foam off your mouth. So speaking of basically vapor anime, finally, it looks like that Saki ZENKOKU-HEN, the conclusion to Saki, is going to air in the spring next year. At least this has been announced, but I have long, like, already been satisfied to call Saki the next fucking Duke Nukem Forever, and like now that it's been so long, because literally when did Saki air? 09 or something?
Yeah, pretty much.
Jesus, like that's like, because I remember when Saki was one of my earlier anime, and I was like really hooked into it, and now like, damn.
Yeah. No, Saki. I only relatively recently got into Saki, and then into mahjong, because Saki is the best way to get into mahjong, apparently.
Yeah, Saki teaches you everything, how to play proper, very technical mahjong. Yep.
Yeah, no, I know. I've been Rinchon Kaihoing every match since I've started. But no, I would be really looking forward to the nationals, because they play it up a bunch in the original in the first season, and you finally get to see just how ass broken fucking Saki's sister is.
Right,
so...
right. And the fucking Achiga head was, I did not like Achiga head. I liked the concept of it, like it was cool going to another point of view, but the fucking Achiga is terrible. Like the Achiga school, I hate every single one of the actual main the good guys in that show. So I hope they get ass raped in ZENKOKU-HEN, right? So, because there's just so much hype. I'm just wondering, is like how many people can, because if you delay something, here's what happens. When you delay something, people start losing hype. Look at Bakemono Gatorade. Right? Like, Tsubasa's arc was spread out over, what, half a year? Really, like, especially after episode 12, I kind of didn't care. Like...
Well, here's a quick spoiler. It's because it's Tsubasa, and nobody gives a shit.
Zing.
So...
But here's the thing. Who they get to do it? Because I think Gonzo is still being bailed out by by Barack Obama. Right?
Yes. I don't know who would be.
Like they can get AIC build again. They can get Studio Dean, and then we'll all like burn the place down and rioting.
Exactly. Yeah. Well, who is? Okay, I forget who is doing Chihaya Furu.
Madhouse.
Okay, Madhouse. Maybe not Madhouse then.
You have to play Jibun no Mahjong.
Jibun no Mahjong. Jibun no Mahjong to Saki means Renshan Kaiho after everything.
Right.
Who would be good? Who is okay?
I mean, I think it's just gonna go to AIC again, because like all of Gonzo's shit just goes to AIC.
The studio is going to have to handle what you were talking about, how hype is dying out. I mean, it's gonna have to be a studio that can handle more eye lightning.
Well, but no, see, but the thing is, Usny, I'm surprised you didn't call me out for this, Usny. Is hype dying out? Because look at the last Saimoy results.
I suppose, yeah, no, that's a good point. But okay, then. I'm still wondering just what the second this new season would bring for Saki, because it's like, how much thicker can the Yuri in this goddamn franchise get?
You know what? Mahjong action and give us a conclusion. Don't give us one of those. No, if they like end the 12 episode series on a cliffhanger and we don't get Saki till like 2025 or something, like it's like the last episode of Gunbattle, like we just don't know what happens, I will quit anime for the rest of the millennium.
You should already quit anime because you reference robotics notes.
Alright, our time is almost over, so let's go ahead and get rolling with the Omake. Chihaya Furu's creator auctions out a chance to appear in the manga, kind of as like an extra. Usny, would this be something that you'd be interested in applying for?
Actually, yes. And this is going to be a really stupid reason, but hear me out. For a lot of us out there that have uncomfortably close relationship with fictional characters, this is the closest you will ever get to being with your waifu if she's in Chihaya. Actually, let me correct that with a more accurate statement. If Kana is your waifu, this is the closest you will get.
I'm gonna go ahead and cut you off right there because you're a huge faggot.
Yes. So in other news, Black Butler musical has the website for it has put up pictures of everyone in their costumes, and
As if Black Butler could get any more gay, right?
yeah, I mean you got Black Butler, and it's already gay. Why did you need to make it a musical with fabulous guys?
Uh-huh.
Actually, that kind of explains itself.
Bigelow put out a poll of the top quote comeback shows from last season. Shows that you dropped, but they're definitely worth picking up again. In a rare sense of taste, good taste from Japan. These 5 shows are all pretty respectable. However, my question is, why are you dropping Zetsu no Tempest and Psychopaths? So there you go. Checkmate atheists. Japanese people will forever have the worst taste in the
Also,
universe.
people don't understand the moe of Nanami, and they deserve to not watch anime anymore.
Sounds right. Sounds right. All right. Well, that's all the time we have for you today. So see you later, guys. See you on the flip side.
Yep. See you guys.